Hello there, this is your bass boy Isaac, and what you're listening to is Central Jazz Big Band, who performs monthly out of Central Christian Church. They perform every third Tuesday of the month to raise funds for the church's food pantry, which helps out homeless people or people in need in the community. So it's a really good cause, and you get to play a little bit of jazz. I recently started playing with this group in the start of January because their normal bassist and his wife were expecting their first babies, a set of twins. I actually got to perform with them one other time in the fall, which served as a nice trial run. Actually, the first time I played with these guys has a little bit of a funny story with it too. It was a gig, I was subbing for a gig for celebrating like women artists in Dayton or something, and it was a luncheon. So I had to leave college to go to this luncheon to play, and then had to go back to college, if I remember correctly. So I went and played with these guys. I'd never seen the music before or anything, but I got charts. And Ken, the band leader, says, "Hey, I have a couple songs that I don't have charts for, but when you hear the songs, you'll know what to do." And I'm like, "Okay, will I? Let's hope I do." So it turns out that his whole theme for this was going through the history of jazz. And he got to the start of the history of jazz, and he described that it started as just a bunch of musicians improvising in New Orleans, because New Orleans funerals had a marching procession or something where instrumentalists just played what they felt. So he's like, "All right, we're going to simulate that. So none of these guys have been told what to play. They're just gonna play 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4." And sure enough, we start playing, and it sounded okay. It didn't sound as bad as you would have expected, but that was my first experience with the band, just being told, "Hey, when the time comes, you're gonna play something, you'll know what to play." It's kind of a harsh way to jump in, but it makes for a good time. So anyway, this group is a great group of individuals, and they are great players. And we practice every Tuesday night of every week.
That's it for us. Good night, folks. I don't know who makes up these programs, but nobody considers my old age. That was a tune called Max, and it was written by Jeff Hamilton and arranged by his business and band partner, John Clayton. Couldn't think of that for a moment. And that was a tribute to the drummer Max Roach, who was a great bebop progenitor of his time. So we welcome you to Central Christian Church. Thank you so much for being a part of our evening. We are the Jazz Central Big Band, and this is our third Tuesday night, and we welcome all of you. Those of you who are with us on Facebook, let Mila know, give us a hello, and let us know where you're watching from. And we'll talk more about why we're here in just a moment. I want to get back to the music, though. This now from one of the most active 95-year-old men I have ever met, Bill Holman, out in Los Angeles. Wrote this for the Count Basie Band. We're going to play it for you now. It's called Blues for Alfie.
Ordinarily, I would be interested in giving a description of the songs and their composers and arrangers and stuff, but Ken is nothing if not thorough about describing the songs' histories and how they came to be, which is good because it gives a lot of information that helps carry on jazz's tradition. But also it can be a bit dull at times. It's a good thing, though. Ken's a big history buff and he knows a lot. It's really impressive, and you'll definitely learn a lot by listening to him.
4, 3. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3.
One of the reasons why I love playing jazz as a genre so much is because it is so challenging. Oftentimes, instead of getting written out individual notes as the bassist, I just get a chord. And I'm expected to know what to do with that chord, how to make it interesting, and how to support the other players and usually also stay out of their way. So the main function of the bass is to outline the chord's important notes so that the horns can fill in the more exotic colors and whatnot, making it more interesting. So I have a handful of notes that I can pick from, and I can use these notes in the same pattern but 4 different chords and switch up the patterns and whatnot. It's a constant stream of thinking, okay, where am I and where am I going? And how can I best complement the vibe? And the biggest rule, the number one rule for jazz bassing and likely bassing in general is to never stop playing notes. Never stop. Because if you stop playing notes, then the drummer feels less supported and they might slow down or speed up, and the horns are always trying to slow down or speed up. So by not playing a note just to get yourself situated or recalibrate or something, you've given the whole band an extra chance to either drag the song slower or speed it up to a breakneck speed. So even if you don't understand something, or if you need to get recalibrated, you have to focus on doing that as you continue to play the correct rhythms. If you've got rhythms good, you're gonna be good. If you've got the notes great, then that's icing on the cake. It's the difference between being good and great. So it's difficult coming up with unique and interesting ways to use the same 4 notes but keep it interesting for you and for everybody else while maintaining that groove. It's a nice balance of things, as lots of things in life are. As far as players go, I should be severely outclassed. Most of these guys, in addition to being significantly older than me, have also been music educators or have been in the music field somehow. But through, I don't know, sheer determination or something, I have managed to keep up and have learned a lot through playing. Mostly about how I can mostly about how I can continue walking a bass even if the song is a lot faster than I can actually keep up with. It's been quite a bit of faking it until you make it, if I'm gonna be honest. But it seems to be going okay, and I have learned enough so that I can keep up now. At the start, it was challenging, but we've progressed past that. It was especially challenging because Ken, our band leader, prefers people to not take the folders home to practice so that he can keep track of the music and make sure nobody loses anything and that it's all taped and ready to go and marked as he likes it. So it's been a significant challenge, but I've gotten a lot better for it.
Great music venue. Tonight, of course, is our night. This Thursday, there's even more great music. The Generations big band plays at the Milton Club. Oh, Hidden Gem. Great. My mistake. They're at Hidden Gem also. And it's great on a weeknight to get out and enjoy this almost spring weather and go hear some music. So thank you for reminding me, because I might have gone to the Milton Club and listened to country music all night. That's another story. But anyway, the other stuff is, as I said, much more earthy, much more personal. And this next tune we're going to play, that was written, is credited here with Duke Ellington, but of course, if you know anything at all about him, he collaborated on most everything, including finishing sentences with his longtime musical collaborator, Billy Strayhorn. So we don't know if Strayhorn had a hand in this or what, but in either way, it's great. And for you who are writers, you know that there's a type of writing called slice of
One small fun fact about the rhythm section is that me and the keyboard player have the same last name. So he likes to frequently joke about how we could be grandfather and grandson, although, as far as I know, there is no relation. So it's just a small world coincidence, I guess. But all of these players are fabulous players, and it has been an extreme challenge for me because each person has a folder that has like around 221 songs in it. And our leader, Ken, will pick songs seemingly at random to play. On occasion, they will be the songs he wants to do for the performance on the third Tuesday. But at other times, he's just running songs to make sure we keep up with them, or he'll give us a new song even on the performance day, and he'll be like, hey, let's play this one. So it really keeps you on your toes, and it makes sure that my jazz chops stay fresh and sharpened. It's an excellent challenge. They're an excellent group of players. And they do live stream on Facebook when they do the performances in the church. So there will be a link in the description to the one you're listening to right here, and there will also be a link in the description for a sound corrected one, because on the actual live stream, the sound and the video didn't quite match up. So I went through and painstakingly mixed together the sound and the video so that it was sure to match up, because that really bothers me. So it should be more or less better for the one that I corrected. But, yeah, can only do so much. And, of course, be sure to slap that like button, pop that subscribe button, just in case I do another video. I've got at least one more in the works, but we'll see about future ones. I'm having a good time so far, so if you're having a good time watching, then be sure to let me know. But thanks for watching, and see you again.